I'm Todd Smith, and this is your Appellate Tip of the Week. This week's tip, where to find post-judgment interest rates. Okay, you're going to be either in state or federal court, and you're going to have two different sources of post-judgment interest that you're going to want to refer to if you are either on the receiving end of the judgment, you've obtained a judgment for your client, or your opposition is seeking a judgment. In that instance, you're going to want to verify that the rate that your opposing counsel is proposing in a proposed final judgment is correct. So the site I've got up here on screen is the Office of the Consumer Credit Commissioner. This is the easy place to find state court post-judgment interest rates. Just you can see on the front page of this site, it shows the interest rate of 5% as of March 2020. Now, one trick here is you've got to be able to look at the Texas credit letter to verify the date windows. I believe that this date is current as of today, but the Texas credit letter is actually where these rates are published. So we'll click through to that, and you can see the current issue of the Texas credit letter. So from there, you see here that the judgment rate is published, but you see that it's forecasting what the rate is going to be for this period. Basically, it goes over the month of April. The rate is still 5%. That is not likely to change anytime soon. I think it has fluctuated. It's up to even 5.5% in recent times when the interest rates, when the economy was doing better. Currently, we're headed toward a recession because of the coronavirus, and the legislature a few years ago changed the structure. It created a range of interest rates for post-judgment interest, and 5% is the actual floor of that interest rate. And so that's the lowest by statute that it will ever be. And when the economy is down like it is right now, the rates are going to be low. So 5% is de facto sort of a default, but you still need to go and check the credit letter to see what the rates are. So again, this is the site that you want to visit. It is www.occ.texas.gov, and you can see here the more detailed URL, and I'll provide that here in conjunction with the video. So that should cover you for state post-judgment interest. We won't get into how to calculate post-judgment interest, which happens to compound annually. It's not simple interest. That'll be the topic of another video. So federal court interest. Now, there might be some state law implication depending on the claims that you raise, but as a general matter, federal court is not bound by that same statute, of course. The Texas state statute setting a floor and a ceiling on interest rates, which means that the federal interest rates are typically lower for judgments. And I'm showing you this site. It's the Northern District of Texas U.S. District Court site, because it is a super convenient place to look for not only the statutory authorities that you see on the right here providing for post-judgment interest, but it's got the interest rates for the last several months listed. And as you can see, we're back at the end of the year, we were at 1.53, which is still awfully low. But now, in mid-March, we've decreased to 0.38%, which is just paltry. But I'm showing you this site just because it's a convenient place to look. And I think I don't do a ton of federal court post-judgment interest calculation, but this would be the place I would start, is txnd.uscourts.gov. And then the detailed URL is post-judgment-rates. That's it for this week's tip. We'll see you next time.